Right, before we get into the numbers, and trust me, the numbers this week are worth staying for, I need to tell you what happened on Saturday night. So we went out for dinner, lovely restaurant, sat down, ordered our starters, absolutely gorgeous. And then the menopause turned up. Within 30 seconds, I went from being a perfectly normal human to a beetroot in a blazer. Full on power surge, sweaty, dizzy, shaking. We had to leave after the starter with a main course that was apparently already on the way to our table. My poor husband had to box up the entire dinner. And obviously, we hadn't eaten, pay the bill, and then come to find me sitting in the car park trying to cool down. Who says romance is dead? But here's the thing, and this is exactly what I want to talk about today. Even in the middle of the week that was genuinely rough, the progress didn't stop. It never stops. And I think that's the most important thing I can share with you today. Welcome back to my Mounjaro Diaries. This is week 72. Honestly, the numbers this week just blew me away. So let's get into it. This week has absolutely been dominated by one thing, and that's the menopause. Now, just to be clear, Mounjaro's doing exactly what it should. No complaints there whatsoever, no side effects, nothing. Everything is great. But the menopause has been rampant. I'm averaging about 4 hours of sleep a night, and I use the word sleep loosely because it's less restful slumber and more lying awake, sweating through the mattress while my brain hosts an anxiety rave at 3 a.m. The hot flushes have been next level, just me, drenched, somewhere between a puddle and a sauna. God, the gym. I only made it there once this week. I went swimming, came over incredibly dizzy, and that was that. I think on another week I might have spiraled, but it's just what it is, right? But spring has arrived and I am definitely outside more. Some walks in the morning, walks in at lunchtime. I just really like being out in the sun, and thankfully it's not too hot because I have enough of my own heating. Just getting my steps in whenever I could because it's just so nice to see the sun again. And do you know what? A year ago, feeling so rubbish and tired, I'd have stayed on the sofa and I'd have written off the whole week. And this year, I chose to do what I could, even when it feels really hard. And that's what progress looks like. It's not perfect, it's not linear. You just keep going. Anyway, my numbers. Let's talk numbers because this is the bit I genuinely can't wait to share this with you. So this week's weigh-in, 12 stone, 3.6 pound, which is 1.4 pound down on last week. A week when I haven't really slept and had to evacuate the restaurant after the starter like some kind of sweaty Cinderella. But the week is almost the least interesting part of today's update because this week I did a full comparison compared to October 2024. I weighed 19 stone, 13.6 pound. My BMI was 45.1 and my body fat was 60%. Today, 12 stone, 3.6 pound. My BMI is 27.7 and my body fat is 34.1%. That's over 7 stone gone. A BMI drop of 17.4 points and a body fat percentage drop down by 26.8 points. I mean, I just sat and looked at those numbers this morning and I genuinely couldn't quite believe them. And I really want you to hear this because if you're at the beginning of your journey right now, or you're in a hard week, or you're just wondering if it's actually working, look what's possible over time, step by step, week by week. So let me walk you through the full composition breakdown because there are some truly exciting things in there. Like visceral fat, for example. This is the dangerous fat around your organs. That was 26 when I started. It's now 10. I mean, that's huge for long-term health. What else? Skeletal muscle is up from 22.7 to 38.4%, and that's a gain of 15%. That's amazing. My body's getting stronger even when I have bad weeks and I feel rubbish. My protein is up from 6.9 to 15. And I know I talk about my basal metabolic rate a lot because that's the calories your body needs just to exist. And even though I'm so much smaller, in reality, I can eat more before I start to put on weight, which I think is amazing. My muscle mass is up, my bone mass is up, and my metabolic age dropped again. Well, it says 57 when I started, but I was only 50 at the time, so that was a 7-year difference. Whereas it's now showing 56, but I'm really 52, right? So that's only a 4-year difference. Everything's heading in the right direction. My huge news this week is, drum roll please, I am finally hydrated. It has taken 72 weeks of drinking more water, but I have finally got there. I am a properly hydrated human being, and honestly, I could cry. So this week's changes, down 1.4 pounds. My BMR is up. My body fat is down. Body water up. So everything's heading in the right direction. Talk about food because I know a lot of you find this section really useful. So I want to be honest with what my nutrition's been like each week. Aim for 1200 calories a day. Let's just take a look at my weekly averages. So my calories over the week was 1169 a day, which is good. I'm aiming for 1200, but over the course of the week, that's fine. That's keeping my BMR healthy. I want my body burning as much fuel as possible. It's not about eating as little as possible. I'm trying to eat enough to fuel my body properly so that there's still a deficit. I don't avoid my carbs. I love pasta. I love potatoes. Life's too short to ban food. Genuinely enjoy. My aim is to try and hit around 100 grams of carb a day and 89 over the week. That seems healthy, a sustainable place to be. No deprivation here, no banned foods. I'm all about the balance. Protein, again, this is a common trend with me, isn't it? I'm over on my protein, and honestly, I don't mind that at all. Protein keeps you full. It supports muscle maintenance. And when you're trying to lose fat while keeping muscle, exactly as we should be, protein's your friend. So I'm definitely not going to stress about being over on my protein. Another one, which feels like exactly the same each week, is my fiber. Fiber is really not good enough. Fiber is so important for gut health, keeping you full, for general well-being. And it's an area I consistently fall short on. I know it. I need to do more vegetables, more pulses, more variety. If you have any ideas for ways I can increase my fiber, please let me know. Honestly, I need all the fiber help I can get. So sugar, again, that's not too bad. And my sodium isn't too bad. So nutritionally, not a bad week. The calories are right in the ballpark. Protein's strong. And the carbs are okay. Fiber is what I need to work on. The restaurant meal on Saturday, the starter we ate and the main we boxed up and had to have at home in Tupperware. That was probably the most eventful meal of the week. After that, it all kind of balanced out. We had a lovely roast dinner at home on Sunday. Proper comfort food, no drama, no hot flushes. The menopause apparently respects the Sunday roast. So, week 72. Sleep deprived, hormonally challenged, fled a restaurant after the starter and only made it swimming once. And still I'm down 1.4 pounds. I'm finally hydrated. I'm building muscle and I'm moving forward. So I guess the only thing you can take from this week is it doesn't need to be perfect to keep making progress. You just need to keep going and really keep an eye on those comparison numbers, that 19 stone to 12 stone 3.6. I mean, my BMI from 45 to 27, everything it's just heading in the right direction. And I think back about the woman who started this journey and how exhausted I was and how much pain I was in. I couldn't walk down the stairs without it hurting. Just to know where I am now, I had no idea that that much was possible. And I just want to say that to you directly, wherever you are in this journey right now, whether you're just starting out or you're in week 15 and feeling stuck, or you're having a week that feels like one step forward and two steps back, this is possible for you. Real lasting change is absolutely possible. We're in this together, step by step, progress, not perfection. So I'll see you next week. Oh, and if you're new here, do subscribe so you don't miss the weekly updates. And if this video resonated with you, share it with someone who needs to hear it today. That's me done. Bye for now.